over a week, Texas will be bracing for its first round of Arctic air. From protecting your plants to wrapping those pipes, Ryan Shoptaw has what you need to know to stay prepared.
The first month of the new year typically brings the coldest weather.
Climatologically, for most everywhere east of the Rockies, the coldest week of the year. Again, can shift right into earlier January at some point. Sometimes it's a little bit in early February. But yeah, we are coming into the coldest time of year.
Several computer models are on board with the trend of cold polar air moving south in January.
This bigger cold outbreak, that's around the January 11th, 12th time frame, and then a few days after that. That'll be more of this bigger spill cold weather.
Likely consecutive nights below freezing, so preparation starts now, especially for plants and vegetation. Make sure to have a reliable tarp.
The tarps for the plants is probably a key one that obviously people can order online. They're more of this fabric material that tend to hold in the heat a little better. What you're trying to do there is you're trying to cover the plants just like a blanket covers you. You're trying to do that, and the heat from the ground helps keep the plant. And the other thing it does, it keeps any of the freezing precipitation off the plant.
And eventually plan to insulate and wrap your home's pipes. It's important to remember two things about the weather: the low temperature and time spent under 32 degrees.
For pipes, it's 21 degrees, more than 18 hours, we get a burst. For plants, it's 28 degrees. Generally, 28 degrees is what'll freeze up everything that's not like a big tree. We'll call them plants, not trees.
And don't forget to check your irrigation system.
But the thing I think people need to watch out for is their outdoor sprinkler systems. They need to flush all the water out of those. That's a key one. And then any kind of pipes that might be exposed to the outside.
All right, so Ryan, just how low do we think those temperatures could get?
Well, some models, Jessica, say highs in the 30s and lows in the teens, but I don't think we get that cold, not just yet. Maybe
that
into
would be wild.
Maybe into the latter half of January, but
Okay.
I think this first initial burst of Arctic air brings highs into the 40s and lows probably right around freezing. But that's still important because a lot of folks in the hill country, Kerrville, Fredericksburg, they have a lot of vegetation that they have to take care of, you know what I'm saying? So plant protection is very, very important.
Could be problematic too for our roads, depending just on how cold it gets.
Yeah, if we get precip, which by the way, we have a chance for that, and that could create elevated surfaces that are icy, so we have to watch that very, very closely. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the